Doesn't feel like a Tuesday, does it?
Tuesday? It's Thursday.
That'd be why, no? Thursday, 8 o'clock?
No, 8:05.
Headphones. Okay, let's start the titles. Sorry, wrong titles.
Where you at? 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 Where With the young love come up. Where you at? 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 Where you with the young love fella.
Hello.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I'm in my loft. That's where I'm at.
I love that tune.
It's a great tune. It's a great tune, Mr. Jamie Long, of course.
I've just been
Mr.
grooving.
Jamie Long.
Hey, how are
yes, I'm very well. I'm very well. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm glad.
Increasingly, the hat is becoming more and more important for the hair situation. I really want to know people's hair strategies, which is a phrase I never thought I'd use. But there was one thing I am aware of, Phil.
Tell me.
Is that I can see all our feeds, and there's somebody missing.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll be there in a minute, guys. I'll be there in a minute.
Wait, I say, oh, what's that? We're on Kieran watch here, and
yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here, guys.
All right, are you all right? We started it.
I'm ready.
We started it. Okay, we did actually start on time tonight.
We're live.
Oh, you need me on screen? You need me on screen now?
Yeah.
You need me on now?
Yeah, just subtly.
Right.
We're just it's Kieran.
Sorry. Sorry.
When to become free.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm here, guys. I'm here.
How's it going?
Having trouble with some wives, but I'm here.
How's your week been, Kieran?
I'm good.
What's been your top four? What's been your top four things that you've
seen? Okay. The first thing was this is really on the spot here, Ed.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Phil
I'm just on fire. Oh, thanks.
You are.
No,
I was
thanks.
so distracted.
I'm on fire with my questions today. Just before club.
See a lot in there.
Just before club, I managed to come up with the perfect question for everyone on the live stream, and it really hasn't grabbed people like I thought it would, because I asked, "Where's everyone's favourite service station?"
Yes, great
And
question.
because I mean, for good reason. I've always thought highly of Beaconsfield. It's got everything you want at
It's got
Beaconsfield.
everything you
It's got a
need.
nature
Oh,
reserve.
nah.
The only response I got, nah, I don't have one. That's Rebecca Pears.
Thanks, Becca. Good job.
That's but I know people do have favourite service stations. Anyway, Kieran, what were you doing in the cupboard?
What was it? I was just getting ready for club. Just had to get my outfit ready.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Oh, over
Yeah.
to Phil for a report on what Kieran was saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kieran was eating his dinner. It's Thursday night, so we all know that it is time for a veggie burger for Kieran. And so he tucked himself away because at times, you know, people just swarm him. He's a really popular guy. Oh,
yeah, he's a shy guy.
Sometimes when you want to eat your food, you just got to go somewhere where people aren't watching you, or you can do it live on the internet.
Yeah, or live. Yeah, most people might have eaten before, but every week he brings along his dinner.
Spectacular.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just looking at the comments. I'm distracted by Luke's poetic. They're saying where they're at, because that was the question that was posed by Jamie Long. Where you at? I'm on a ball rapidly spinning on its axis at over 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour as part of the solar system, spiraling at 500,000 miles per hour around the galaxy, all on my own desk chair. I would say you need a new desk chair. That's but anyway, we're not really here just to have a chat. I just knocked my mic. So what are we here for, Phil? What have we got coming up? Sell it to me, Phil. Sell it to me.
Well, before that, you guys, we need to get you guys. There's currently 18 people. You all need to like this video. Okay, you all need to make sure that you subscribe to the YLI Hertford page. Okay, and I know that when my two co-hosts come back, they're going to have changed hats because that's what they're doing. But there's so much going on tonight. We are going to see what Steve read, I think, or saw. There's something along those lines. We have another wonderful song from the isolation tapes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to say that Where's Luke, the game show, is back tonight.
It is. I could even give you a... There we go. But, tell you what, shall we start by hearing the next track from the isolation tapes? Ladies and gentlemen, Steve King and his isolation tapes.
Hi there, Hertford and Hoddesdon Young Life. It's Song of the Week.
Now this is a story all about how my life stayed the same, not upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became a... Well, I stay right here actually, and I didn't get to Bel Air. Well, in West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, oh cool, and shooting some b-ball outside the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. But COVID-19 meant we all stayed inside, so I stayed here and Mum didn't send me to Bel Air. I begged and pleaded her day after day, but she didn't pack my suitcase or send me away. So I was stuck here getting up to no good. Will Smith never starred in Hollywood. I'd just like to clarify that I have not been to Steve King's house. That was a trickery of film. Guys, all good?
So,
This nice hats. It's thrown me a bit. I thought you wouldn't be able to keep up with the hats. Phil, you've just disappeared for quite a while there. Talk us through your outfit.
I just went, I'm feeling a bit chilly. Sun went in, so I thought probably best.
I see you've gone through Young Life, Portugal.
Yeah, a little bit of swag.
Sweatshirt.
Portugal, as you can read here.
It's swag? Are you telling me you stole it? Is that what swag means these days?
I mean, I didn't buy it.
Ooh, controversial. Okay, Kieran, you're up next. Give us the rundown. What have you gone for?
Yeah. So we ran out of hat changes, so we went for a colour. I was wearing a dark green before, and I've gone from green to orange. That's my.
It's a lovely thing. Okay.
There's nothing more to that.
No. I mean, I think we're really raising the intellectual bar.
Are you going to mention your hat, or is that just going to...
No, it's just a children's RAF hat. It's fine. I bought it for a skit character. It was far too small, and it hurt my head as I wore it running around London. But this conversation obviously makes us sound like intellectuals. Absolutely. But there's only one intellectual I know. And last week, if you were in the Zoom... So, guys, after this club, we do a Zoom call where everyone piles in and we have a lot of fun. And in that Zoom call, we set Mr. Tim Strong a challenge. Tim's been presenting his words. We thought we'd push him to go further. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Strong.
Last week in the post-club Zoom chat, I was challenged to try my hand at poetry. A challenge which I have thrown myself into, and here are the fruits of my labours. Zoom, zoom, zoom. As soon as young life ends, we'll zoom, 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 chat with all our friends. For sombre eloquence, candour, mellifluous discourse, and more, zoom, 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 seclusion soon suspends. Thank you.
They are words. He had more than one word this week, and I'm just looking for the comments. I just want to see. I want to see you use those words in a sentence, just in the comments there. It's all very nice on the chat, but I want to. I want to see. Well, I know Tim is in there somewhere, so he can probably give us a list of the words that he just used. And ideally, we want to see the words in use, because that's what this is about. It's about education, guys. Yeah. Okay, Phil.
Yeah.
It's a lovely. Sorry, were you just popping out for a quick round of 18-holer? Golf is now. You're now allowed to play golf now. This is the big news.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm not actually. I just wasn't quite comfortable in what I was wearing, so I thought I'd change. Is the reality of what's going on here? But
right, guys, they're coming in. Well, we've.
Oh, here we go.
I heard a mellifluous noise today.
Tia.
There we go, Tia.
Oh, good.
Because Tim came back with Sonda, Eloquence, my middle name, Candor, Phil's middle name, Mellifluous, and Discourse, which is Kieran's middle name, and more. Which
I would say Kieran pulls off that hat with quite an eloquence.
I would say yes.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, I want to see more of those words used in sentences in the live chat. That's good. Tell you what, I think we should move on to what's coming next.
I think we should.
But before we do,
I
want to flag up. I just really want to flag up where's Luke, because we have lost Luke, obviously.
Ooh.
We've lost Luke again, but
he's not in there.
At the end of this tonight, we will find him.
Let's locate
really dry. Yes, we will find him, and that will be fun. So hang around if you want to see where Luke has got lost. Ed's continuing the discourse there. Thank you. You saw what I was doing. That's nice. Okay, Phil, what's coming up next?
Cool. You guys, we've heard of some pretty epic words right there. They're still on the screen. Use them in a sentence. Pop them in the comments there. But words are incredible. Words have so much meaning. And so right now, we are going to hear from one of your leaders, and they're going to tell you a bit about their story and a bit about what life means to them.
One thing I'm really looking forward to at the end of lockdown is seeing everyone and hearing the stories of how we've all coped and dealt with this incredible time that we're living through at the moment. As a Christian, I can tell you that God has really helped me get through this difficult time. He has comforted me when I felt anxious. He's provided peace and protection for when I have ventured out the house, and shown me that I can trust him when I start to panic. I believe that God knows me by name. He knows Helen. He sees my weaknesses and he knows my strengths. He loves me and he's promised to be with me no matter what I'm going through. He will be there. When I look back in the history books of the Old Testament, one character and one Bible verse really speaks out to me, proof that God is with me and is fighting for me. In the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9, God speaks out to Joshua. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua has been Moses' faithful servant and started fighting the Lord's battle at an early age. As he grew up, he saw God in action and had an amazing relationship with him. He was a soldier who became a general, and when Moses died, Joshua was put in charge and given the job to fight the Battle of Jericho, to claim a new home for his people. Joshua knew that the battle was coming, that he would have to fight it. It was planned before Moses' death. In the Bible, God tells Joshua at least 8 times to be strong and courageous, to not be afraid, to not be discouraged, because God goes ahead of him. I can only imagine what Joshua must have been thinking and feeling. It seems incredible that Joshua would have doubts and worries while actually in the presence of God. He is seeing God in action after all, but he must have been scared if he needed so much encouragement to get through this. He must have been missing his teacher Moses. He had to be in charge of his new people, and they were a very difficult bunch of people, and he had to fight a battle and win them a new home. But God was not asking him to do this battle alone.
He promises him that he will win the battle. He gives him instructions how to do it, and he promises that he will be with him and never leave him. I don't know what battles you're going through at the moment. It could be anxiety, boredom, fear, or difficult relationships at home. As we take baby steps into a normal life after the lockdown, we may be nervous. If you're like me, you may be anxious about leaving the safety of your home and stepping into this scary new world. But I know that God is with me. He comforts me and he tells me to be strong and courageous, to not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And Joshua did win the battle.
There we go. Thank you, Helen. And if you want to speak to her more about that, or speak to any of the leaders on anything that she has been talking about there, please do talk to us. We're always just a message away. But now, I'm just a little confused where everyone's gone. Phil and Kieran. I think Kieran may have had connection problems, so we will just add him in there. Oh, Phil's back. How good. Oh, good. You. Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what's going on here, guys? Kieran,
I've got to head off. I've got to head off. Got to go and sort out the pigs.
Right. Okay. Kieran, do you want to?
Okay. Mine is, it's a bit of a hat situation there with Hot Pink, officially a man.
Okay.
Because I've got boxing gloves, and that's why.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I went for a bit of Zazu,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Bit of Zazu. But anyway, that isn't
all you need.
That's not what we're about. We're about hats. Today we didn't talk about wearing the hats, but who knew this was coming? Right, so we've lost Phil. He's gone to feed the pigs. In these situations, there's only one man who we can really turn to. Well, no, there are a few people, but here's Steve King.
This week, I have mostly been reading How to Talk to Your Cat About Gun Safety.
There we go.
What was that?
That was how to talk to your cat.
That's a genuine book.
That's a genuine book. Steve King is a librarian. He knows these things. And for those of you who don't know, he is also doing the same series of walking out his shed and saying, "This week I've mostly," for his library. He is famous beyond young life. But
wow.
So I think,
you guys, I think it's time, I think it's time that we start building this whole situation up.
Okay.
It's been weeks.
It's been weeks since we did this, and I'm so excited because it is one of my favorite titles. We have lost Luke. Guys, I won't see you on the other side of this, will I? Because I'm going to, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a game show we like to call, hopefully, if I can just find the right titles. We are going to play a game we call Where's Luke?
Luke, we've gone and lost Luke. Ah, Luke, we've lost Luke again. Oh, that's really careless of us. Where are you, Luke?
Okay, do you know, in one of the breaks earlier, I nipped downstairs and got my jacket, not thinking that actually I am wearing a black t-shirt, and so you can't even see that I've got a black jacket on. But now you know, I'm wearing a jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Where's Luke? For those of you who don't know Luke, Luke is one of our leaders who, it seems, has found himself getting lost during lockdown, and it's our job to find him. There's only one way to find Luke, and that's to look at the video clips. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Where's Luke? And today, we've got a couple of live contestants. So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Hoddesdon, please welcome Angus. Angus, how are you?
What's up? I'm good,
Hello,
thank you.
how are you doing?
I'm
good. What have you been up to?
Not much, really. Quite bored, honestly, with all this
Are you?
staying at home, obviously.
Well, you can endlessly exercise now.
Yeah. I saw something you can train for, like we're training for like the Hunger Games or something.
Yeah, it's if you were to pick your top 3 exercises that you could do endlessly, what would we be looking at?
Obviously, while running, if I could do that endlessly.
Yeah.
Jumping jacks. I think I'm really good at jumping jacks.
That would be quite an odd thing to do endlessly. I'm just thinking, if you're in years to come, we might all be in the same building, and if you're endlessly doing jumping jacks,
it'd be quite weird.
It would be, but then again, so would javelin throwing. But yeah, no, it's good. In terms of how experienced you are at finding people, what are your training credentials for finding when we look to find Luke?
Probably really high.
Okay.
Because, I'm good at finding people.
That is good. Okay, I'm going to ask you to just stay there for a second, and I'm going to bring in our second contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Hertford, please welcome Mr. Caleb King.
What's
Caleb,
up?
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. One thing this lockdown has provided me is I find myself doing a lot of video calls and stuff. I love to see people's wallpaper. And I'm just looking at yours. You've gone for a floral number. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's birds actually.
It's birds. Oh, okay.
You can see
I was thinking it's quite similar
up.
to this chair that I keep in the back. My background. It's which is
the
it's
trees,
a rocking chair, because every man cave needs a rocking chair. Caleb, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
are
not
you?
Too bad.
Yeah, you're not. What have you been? What have you been up to? I've been locked in my house. What have you been? What's been the highlight so far?
Highlight? It's not really a highlight, to be honest.
It's not.
Yeah, I've not been doing much.
No.
Yeah, just sort of watching TV and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it, really.
Yeah. Nice. So I asked Angus the same thing. What's your experience of finding Luke?
I've not ever found Luke specifically because I've never actually looked for him. But
no,
I've read a few Where's Wally books.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You've got experience. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So if we, you okay. So there's the 3 of us here. We could even arrange ourselves like this. I'm so much taller. This is yeah. I'm just looking at yes, Kieran's saying come on Caleb. There's Caleb chat. I think he's Caleb. I think Angus is quietly confident. So here's how it's going to work, right? I'm going to start sharing a window with you. So you will see where Luke is hidden. Now, I'll give you an example one first. Let's do that. Okay, so Luke is out in nature this week. This week, Luke has been experiencing nature, and he has managed to get himself lost. So this is the example one. I'm not going to mark your answers on this one. So as the camera pans, I want you to have a real hard think about where maybe Luke might be hiding, what he might be hiding in, on, behind, or out of. So just looking at this scene, you've got a beautiful woodland scene. You've got trees, daffodils, leaves, branches. In this case, it turns out that, of course, Luke was hiding behind a stick. So, I mean, that's the level of where we're going with this. Okay, so he's in this one, you could say he's a stick hider. You don't have to say that, but so, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Where's Luke? I need to get some new sound effects. So, question 1 on Where's Luke week 2. So we find ourselves in a woodland scene, and I am trying to play the wrong video clip. I was just playing the titles all over again. We find ourselves in a woodland clip, and what you can notice about this, I would say there's a big tree, there's little trees, there's a medium-sized tree, there's daffodils, there are sticks. Knowing what you do about this man Luke, tell me, and I'm going to come to Caleb first for this. Caleb, where's Luke?
I'd say he's in the ground somewhere. I think he's underground. Like,
you think
probably hiding?
You think he's probably hiding?
He's probably hiding.
That is the point of this game. That is. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, Caleb.
I was just making sure I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, experience.
Yeah.
Experience always wins.
His hair's a bit like, it's dirty, so I think he'd be in the ground.
Yeah. Okay. I just like to clarify that if Luke is watching this, it was Caleb who said your hair was dirty, not me. Okay, and now when we come to Angus, what are you thinking?
I think, to be honest, I think he's a dandelion hiding in the grass at the tall
grass. The dandelions. Okay,
yeah, he's not that pretty.
Okay. Oh.
Nah, Luke's pretty. Come
on. I'm just getting messages from Luke. Luke says, I don't know. That's good. Helen thinks he would be an apple tree. Well, Phil says Luke has dirty hair. Let's play out the clip and let's see where's Luke. Is he a dandelion? Oh, he was behind. He was behind the big tree. Oh man, that is a shame. But don't worry, because it's 0-0 at the moment. You're neck and neck, and we can go on to round 2 of Where's Luke?
Wait, did I win that last round? Because I said he was hiding. So
that is like saying I won game of noughts and crosses by using noughts and crosses. Okay, so in this second one, we find ourselves again near the same similar bench. And there are trees, there are benches, there's a little hut at the back, there are foreground, background, side ground, where, and this time I'm going to come to Angus first. Angus, what are you thinking?
I think he's behind the tree on the right.
Behind another tree on the right.
Yeah,
okay, so are we thinking this was behind the small tree? Okay, that's good.
The smaller tree, yeah.
Yeah. And Caleb, what do you think?
I think it's in the little shed at the back or whatever.
In the shed, in a relaxing shed, some sort of reading room, I would think. Let's see. Where's Luke?
Oh wow!
Oh, he was in the ground.
He was in the. Yeah, I think it was foreground. So I'm afraid it's a no from me. Tim thought he's hanging from a tree like a bat. Luke, if you're listening, we want to see that. So yes, Tim Strong. Okay, so it all comes down to the final answer, final question. And we take ourselves back to the woods to find Luke. There. Okay, so what do we have? We have a tree, and to be honest, I can't remember where he is in this one. The same reading room that you thought of last time, and the camera's panning, What do you think it will reveal where Luke is?
In a tree.
You think in a tree? Okay, in a tree, like hanging from a tree type. Angus, there thinking Luke is hanging from a tree.
In a
Caleb,
tree.
you think he's in a tree as well?
I think
no,
he'll-
Angus. Then.
I think he'll be a bush because that'll
You
like
think-
match his hair.
And Josh is thinking hiding behind the wire fence post. And
No, I think he's in a bush.
Steve thinks Luke is Batman. So it's making me wonder whether Steve has seen Batman. But let's see. You think he's in a bush. Angus thinks he is hanging from a tree. He is hanging from a tree. Angus, that was amazing. Were you there when he did that? Is that how you knew? How did you know?
I just knew.
You just knew. That is incredible.
I'm good at finding people.
Okay, so next time, I like that idea. They thought he was in the grass like a worm, or he's using an invisibility cloak. Of course he is. So Angus found Luke. Phil is very proud. Angus, I can now reveal that you weren't actually playing for a prize. I'm very sorry, but you have the honor of taking it to Hoddesdon 1, Hertford 0 on the game of Where's Luke. Boys, it's been great to see you. Thank you so much for playing this game. Have a great rest of lockdown. Hopefully, we will get to play Where's Luke once again. Thank you for playing. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We've gone and lost Luke. Ah, Luke. We've lost Luke again. Oh, that's really careless of us. Where are you, Luke?
We found Luke.
Luke.
The changes are incredible.
Yeah, that's what happened when you come out of the wardrobe at the beginning. You've got all those options, haven't you?
Fair play. Oh my gosh.
Ed's feeling a bit hoarse. He's done too much presenting.
Very, very good. Oh, this.
Imagine if that's not Ed. That could not be. That might not be Ed.
Might not be Ed.
We have no evidence. Oh, there we go. He's doing. He's a bit hoarse. There we go. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was a little hoarse.
That'll take him for one joke.
If a joke's worth making, it's worth making 10 times. Okay. So, the horse. It was me. So that was Where's Luke. That was Where's Steve. We've seen what Steve saw. We've seen where Luke is. That what more can you want from your Saturday? So what day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday.
Wednesday.
I'm really confused. So the one thing we haven't done is talk about any challenges.
Challenges.
There
it is. Good Schneier. One.
Stop horsing around. Yes.
Okay.
So many horse puns. This is great. So we haven't talked about the challenge. I think we've lost Kieran just for a minute. I'll take him out from there. So the challenge.
What was
we
the
set
challenge?
a challenge. We set a challenge to make people and make your leader out of things. We wanted to see Helen made of straw. We wanted to see Ed made of eggs. But it didn't happen.
Made out of Jamie Dodgers.
Jamie Dodgers, yes. Yes.
Sadly,
it didn't happen. But there's a new challenge coming out on Monday. Phil, I know what it is.
Tell me what it is, because I can't remember.
Okay. I can't tell everyone, but I'll come in really close. Apparently, it's a biscuit blizzard.
No, what's that?
We want to see people doing a biscuit blizzard.
Oh.
Kind of hoping you wouldn't ask me that.
Okay.
I should have revised more.
Actually, no, I think I know what it is now. You said
okay. Well, do you want to explain? Because I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure. I think on Monday you guys will all hear exactly what you've got to do. But I'm pretty sure you get a biscuit, you crush it up, you smash it into little pieces, you put it on a table, you smash it up a little bit more, right? It's on your table, and then what you got to do is you got to get a hairdryer, and when you got that hairdryer, you got to like use it and blow the crumbs into your mouth.
Oh, that sounds easy to do. And now, so stock up on biscuits.
Yes.
And yeah, and we want to see biscuit blizzards. But Kieran, with the pink hair, has he's frozen in a very odd way.
I just see a blank screen.
Do you? I get him with kind of raving in a pink.
It's quite scary. I see it now. Just looking at my phone. Oh, right. Well, it's me again. So, you guys, what's going on? Let me read some comments.
There we go.
Christmas.
I'm back. Christmas, yes. Yes, big fans of Christmas.
Helen, just so you know, Helen is all very much excited about this challenge.
Yes, Helen is very excited about this. Yes, Helen is going to do this challenge.
Yeah, look, there you go.
So it's been said. So if she doesn't, we can follow up. Phil, I want to talk about next week.
Okay.
Because I like this newfound system we have of getting people on.
Yeah.
Allows us to play more games.
It worked a treat.
I want to do that. So here's a deal for them, right?
Okay.
I will bring a game next week. I'm going to change hats.
Okay.
I will bring a game next week in which you do not have to sing.
Okay.
You just have to answer simple questions.
Nice.
But I want people to come and play my game. It's a fun game. We can do more Where's Luke? And I think there are more games that you can come up with as well. I think we can all do games. And Sorry, I just saw Kieran.
He's turned into a psycho. Listen, I think, Ed, we've got to take him out of this streaming thing. It's gone to his head.
It's gone to my hair.
He's sponsored by Tresemme. So I think.
Wait a second, Ed. Wait a second.
Because tell me.
I'm up for singing still.
You're still up for singing. Well, if people want to sing, they can sing.
I mean, I'm here. If you want to sing with me, give us a shout.
Okay.
Just gonna leave you with that.
Well, here's the thing. I can't promise you singing, but I can do you some music.
Yeah.
So we need to finish, and I can't think of a better song to finish to than a Jamie Long classic with Rebecca Petz on vocals. So have great weeks. Enjoy the nice weather. We're going to have great weather this weekend. But coming up next week, we have Tuesday. We have campaigners with Hoddesdon and Hertford individually in Zoom. And then, I feel like this is too loud. I'm struggling to talk over it. But on Tuesday, we have campaigners. Wednesday, Wind Down Wednesdays. And on Thursday, we will be back here with Club. All of us leaders are available in the meantime. So please do keep in touch with us. And we'd love to hear from you. And so please do. It's been great to see you. Thank you for playing along. And we shall see you next week. There's Kieran. And together,
you guys remember, straight after this, we are on the Zoom call. So get in touch with your leaders, and we will see you guys very shortly.
We shall see you on the Zoom.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
See you later.
With your love, come on.
See you later.
With the young love come up.
And thank you.